Hello, powerful creators. This is a reading for those who truly want to get into the energies of creating their own reality from a place of power, okay? Accessing your higher self and anchoring that into being, right? Which isn't always easy in the modern day world, but that's why I'm pulling out the runes today, okay? So this is going to be a runic reading. We're going to see what Spirit wants us to know about the world we're creating, okay? So I'm going to tumble these. Let me show you. They're kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tumble them. I'm going to mix them around. And then I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to pick 3 from the top, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, what have we got? Okay. Ooh, lovely. Okay. So first up, we've got Issa, okay, which is like ice. It's like a wall of ice, okay? This is an energy of something that you can't avoid, okay? You've got to go through it. You've got to transmute it. It can be seen as a rune of really needing to break out of something, okay? Getting to the point in life where there's something you can no longer ignore. But it's a rune of choosing strength, okay? It's a rune of having to find your strength to get through something. It's kind of similar in a way to the Tower, like there's something unignorable, okay? And it could be that, you know, there's a part of you that really needs to get to a place of new growth, okay? And that's kind of confirmed here by the Perdo. You know, it's kind of like a rune of rolling the dice. It's a rune of knowing you are a player in the game, okay? Needing to play a new hand, okay? Start something new, right? Of taking a risk, of doing something different. Pattern interrupt, okay? Sending out new energies into the quantum field that must be returned to you, okay? It's universal law. So I feel like you could be finding new ways of dealing with old problems, but this is certainly about you breaking out of something that's difficult. It's about using the difficulty with honor, okay? And the universe responds to that powerfully, okay? And it's something in the modern era that humans don't speak of much. You don't hear about honor very much, and you know, that's why the world right now is, you know, there's a lot of great things going on, but I feel like you're going to be finding the power inside yourself and really kind of finding a new version of yourself to deal with something in a powerful way, because we've got the Vunjo here. This is like a little flag, right? I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little flag and it represents joy. It represents winning, essentially, you know, and getting to the top of the mountain, planting your flag. And really, they're showing me the way your mind radiates outwards, the way you hold the whole world in your mind. So something's shifting in your consciousness, in your internal world. And I feel like you're going to be taking a chance here to get through something, this wall of ice, right? This could be you melting something down, turning it into something you can use. Ice can be turned to water, but when it's frozen, it's pretty, you know, pretty harsh, right? So there's something about you changing your circumstances by... They're giving me invigoration, like something's going to invigorate you. You're going to be rolling the dice again. You're going to be finding new ways of getting yourself to this position where you feel joyous. Okay, so let's have a look. What's coming out? Show me. Okay, Knight of Wands energy. What else? 6 of Cups. Okay. So I feel like you're psychically being pulled towards a member of your spiritual family here. And this Knight of Wands, I feel like, is your energy, getting invigorated. Okay, this is an energy of forward momentum. The Knight of Wands can burn through anything. And of course, all of the knights in the tarot have a lot of honor. Okay, they're showing me someone on horseback here, galloping forward really powerfully. And this is based on love, okay, with this deck, because we've got these pink roses here. So there's something about your heart being psychically aware of some connection that's calling out to you. I can feel this excitement, you know, when we get that lust for life and we feel like, oh yes, where's the next adventure? Well, this is something to do with a spiritual connection, or multiple spiritual connections with the 6 of Cups. And I feel like something's tickling you. Something's telling you you need to break free. Something's telling you you need to activate your strength and get moving somehow. So I feel like there is this urge to kind of move forward in a powerful way, and to know what you represent here. So you could be having downloads about your spiritual family. You could have had dreams, and we do get messages in dreams, and we know the difference between a random dream that is meaningless and a dream that is a message by the way it feels. Okay, so if you've had any dreams where there's a big strong feeling of love, okay, and it's a real clear dream, that is a message from your soul family here. So I feel like that is what is driving you on at the moment. Now let's see what else we need to know. Show me. King of Cups here. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like you're in deep communication with your higher self, and really, again, with another knight on the table, I'd say that there's something in you that's been unearthed in, you know, potentially your past or recent past with the King of Cups, Knight of Swords, where you've kind of had this realization in your heart space of what you do want. Okay, maybe you've had a vision of joy, a vision of this Vunjo. You know, maybe now you are consciously aware of what would bring you the most happiness. I definitely feel like there was an emotional switch in your recent past. You could be communicating differently or seeing the world differently, because I'm getting this energy of you being turned from the mainstream where you're not following your north node and it's like, and now you're being aligned with your true pathway and your true spiritual purpose. I feel like you could have realized that something wasn't for you here, because we've got this sword pointing down. So we get a lot of direction from the things we don't like, and I feel like something gave you clarity in the heart space. Okay, I'm hearing honor again for the King of Cups. Maybe something made you realize how honorable your heart is and how pure your heart is. And again, I feel like you have developed a very strong connection with the non-physical, because this is funny what they're showing me. It's like, oh, how would I explain this? They're giving me this energy of something growing around you in a good way, right? It's almost like you're anchoring in and weaving together with quite a powerful energy. I wish there was a better way for me to explain that. We'll see what else comes out, because I feel like you are thick with the non-physical, okay? I feel like there is no separation for you. You could get insights that feel really like, whoa, did no one else see that? Because you read energy differently, right? You see through things, you get to the heart of things quite easily, especially with this tiger on this card. It's almost like you are the one that can see the purity. And by purity, I mean truth. You're the one that can see the truth in people or the truth in situations when everyone else just, you know, flows along. I feel like you are it's funny, they're giving me a phrase, truth breaker. So I feel like, you know, the truths you hold are far more true than what other people think of as truth. And again, they're giving me this idea of most people are facing, you know, west, okay? They're being pulled off of, you know, their spiritual pathway by following what other people think and wanting to fit in with the mainstream and wanting to be popular and wanting to feel safe, whereas you are headed north, right? You are headed north. So it may look like to these people you've dealt with in the past that they're getting it right, because no offense, but they're doing the animal farm thing, okay? They just want to feel safe and comfortable, whereas you've got real courage to go in the right direction. So there's a dichotomy here of people around you thinking that they've got it right, but it's that one, they're giving me, you are the one who has broken off onto your true spiritual pathway. And this would have, you know, been, you know, maybe difficult with this Issa, the ice rune coming up in your life, like you breaking through. It could feel like a bit of a tearing, but whatever you've torn yourself away from, there's something beautiful, that energy of something sticking to you. It's almost like this spiritual webbing is coming in to cocoon you, okay, with that energy I was seeing earlier in the reading, okay? So you're being caressed spiritually. You're being ingratiated spiritually. And they want you to know that, you know, you following your true spiritual pathway will always seem a little bit crazy to the ones who are programmed, right? They're always going to think they've got it right because they live solely in their left brain. They don't have the magic hooked in, okay? So they're gonna see things differently to you, but you are one of the ones who has broken away. Let's see, Tower energy. Yeah, so this is what's happening in your logical reality, right, with the Tower showing up and the High Priestess. Yes, this is your big breakthrough with the Issa rune. You see how similar they look? This is just a line on a rune. I hope you can see that. And then we've got the Tower, which is essentially like a big line also, but this had to happen, okay? I'm hearing line in the sand, so you may have really sort of separated yourself from your former life, or you may be really clearly redefining yourself as the High Priestess or the High Priest. And what they're saying here is that this breakaway was always supposed to happen, okay? And I feel like you really passed with flying colors on something, right? And you're going to see physical differences in your reality now, because you're operating from a place of truth, and you're operating from knowing deeper truths about spirituality. Okay, so with the Perdido, it's like a cup, you see, and this is a mysterious rune. They're not quite sure exactly what it means, because, you know, the pagans have been targeted for so many years now for being completely aligned with their north nodes, and for having zero fear of death, because they were completely yin yang. There was no difference for the pagans between the physical and the non-physical. They knew in their immortality, right? And I feel like perhaps you now are moving forward with that energy. There's a new you here being pulled along by the signal of the heart, by the signal of real connections, and of knowing yourself very clearly as someone who is combined with the spiritual world. Okay, so the old life could have crumbled, or you could be going through this right now, right, where people might expect the old version of you, but you've discovered too much about yourself and your heart to be able to go back now. So you are headed towards joy, okay? And with the Tower and the Issa rune, this is you really sort of rolling up your sleeves and being like, you know what, I'm the creator of my own reality, and I know what I know. And once you know something, you can't unknow it here. So your inner voice is calling you somewhere really powerfully, and I feel like you want to move quickly towards this joy, towards this place where you do belong with the Six of Cups here. But in your physical reality, it might feel like big shifts are happening, okay? But this is freeing you, the Tower, collapsing. It's all about the freedom to get out of an old mindset and create a new reality, because the mind creates reality. So you acknowledging your psychic gifts and you acknowledging your connection to the non-physical is something that I feel like will really change your reality in the most beautiful way. But you may be at the beginning, right, of this new pathway where you're really rolling the dice and really going for gold with this joy energy showing up in the reading. Six of Wands. So what did I say? This is you heading towards victory. And with the Eight of Cups here and the Sun on the bottom of the deck, I'm getting that, you know, you had to say goodbye to certain things to get your victory elsewhere. And it could be a big shake-up, right? But I feel like there's a lot of power in this shake-up. And I'm getting that message of you following your spiritual pathway perfectly, following the call of your heart, not letting any mortal human being who thinks they're doing it right dictate your reality, right? And you're headed towards the Sun here. Lots of Leo energy on the table. Bravery, the sovereignty of the lion, being crowned here, crowned with wisdom, okay, with this owl on the card, and very stable, because this owl isn't just perched on one branch. There are a lot of branches here. Now, funnily enough, I was seeing this energy sort of wrapping around another energy, like a webbing, like a beautiful, secure webbing. And it is sort of like a spiritual webbing, and they're kind of comparing this owl's foot wrapping around these branches to the energy I was seeing earlier. So something's a lot more secure than it might feel like, right? With the Tower energy here, things may feel insecure in the physical world, but in the non-physical world, you are building great security. And what they're telling me is this rubble is going to be in the distant past very soon. And what you're cooking up non-physically with your spiritual connection will be the next thing to manifest, aka Six of Wands, victory, right? So they're saying, stick to your guns here. The spirit world is pulling you along, following your North Node with honor and respect and devotion. Okay, I feel like you figured out how to be devoted to yourself. You figured out maybe what you were devoted to, or what means the most to you. And they're saying follow those feelings, because it's that feeling we get of love that guides us over and over again. Okay, let's have a look. Five of Pentacles down here. So I feel like, you know, Maybe a period of aloneness made you decide what pathway you did want to go on, okay? Because we've got the Five of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. Something helped you clarify down here where you would rather be. And the Ace of Pentacles is a solid pathway. So again, with the Knight of Swords, I'm getting that, you know, your spiritual guidance is building this new pathway. And this is something that will manifest in the next phase, whatever you choose now. Will show up in physicality in the next phase, because there are so many energies all over you, okay, trying to give you the encouragement that maybe you haven't got from people around you. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do, right? They just want to feel safe and secure, and they just want their outer reality to match what they think it is, right? There's something about people around you having been programmed and brainwashed, right? And they just want everyone to agree with the programming, or they get scared, okay? But you're a brave one here. I can see your bravery all over the table, and there's something guiding you to victory, guiding you to your idea of a perfect timeline with the Sun energy and the Empress. So you're very much the creatrix, okay, or the creator of your reality right now. And I feel like to anchor in all this power, you had to kind of let, maybe it's old connections, old storylines, you had to let the storylines with zero honor crumble in your life so that you could hold on to your honor and honor your higher self, okay? And that's far more powerful, right? Fortune favors the brave here. And I feel like you really are being favored by these non-physical energies at the moment. Yeah, Three of Wands on top of the Knight of Wands. So this is spiritual power. This is divine fire that's driving you forward, okay? Guiding you. You will know by how you feel here. The Moon with the Six of Cups. There we go with that dream energy, that intuition, that psychic, beautiful energy. And again, this could be coming through in energies while you're daydreaming. This could be random energies sort of tapping you on the shoulder. Things calling out to you when you're maybe, I don't know why they're giving me shop windows, but there's something about new energies calling you. And this comes from the deepest emotional level with the Moon card. Okay, and it could be a little bit confusing, you know, the outer reality over here clashing perhaps with the psychic intuition that you're getting. But, you know, you are dominating this with this High Priestess. All of these non-physical things that you've sampled or learned or connected with are being manifested in your outer reality here. There's dominance here with this High Priestess. There's dominance because it's almost like, you know, you've got the key somehow. You know that. You could have tried to convince people around you about certain things or tried to communicate with them on a deeper spiritual level, perhaps to no avail. But, you know, this High Priestess energy is too powerful, okay? And, you know, they're kind of showing me, this is going to sound crazy, but they're showing me fleas on a dog. You know, but they're sort of clinging on, right? It's comical the way my spirit guides will give me messages. But they're sort of saying here, like, you kind of had the awareness that your consciousness is far broader and more encompassing than perhaps people around you. Or maybe this is like your consciousness bursting out of a timeline where it just doesn't fit anymore because your spiritual truth is calling out to you so powerfully. They're telling me the Moon and the Sun here, okay? What feels dreamlike and imaginative will come to full fruition in the light of the Sun. Okay, so you're going to be proved right about something. You're going to see the evidence of something being manifest. Yeah, we've got the King of Pentacles here on top of the Tower. So whatever's crumbling is making way for making way for more security, okay? This is like demolishing a shaky old building so you can build a real castle, right? With a moat and a drawbridge and those slits in the wall to, you know, keep your eye out, right? There's something about big security coming in, and it's because you had the faith and the honor to trust in yourself, right? To trust in your higher self, that which we call God, rather than the people around you. So it's so good that you had this bravery and this honor, okay? And they're telling me you're going to be reborn because they're pulling me to the skull that she's carrying, and they're saying only the brave, only the bravest. Yeah, they're tingling me. They're giving me references to 300, the movie, the Spartans, right? So you could feel like a bit of a Spartan at the moment, right? Seven of Pentacles, you have invested in this new pathway. You've invested in honoring yourself, honoring what you feel to be true, honoring the guidance you're getting They keep telling me you're being pulled towards something. This is a magnetic frequency that you're following, and you've invested properly in your own security, whatever that means for you. That there are pentacles all over this table. Okay, so you've got your house in order by following your own internal guidance, and by following the way you feel, by following the compass of your heart. Oh, and looky here. You're getting onto your ideal timeline by following what's good for you and right for you. And Spirit wants me to remind people that the ones who are really for us will always feel into our energy. They will always understand us, because love is understanding. So where there's a lack of understanding, there's a lack of love. Okay, you could have been the person understanding everyone around you, thinking, well, who's going to understand me? Well, the people you're moving towards are going to understand you, because they're cut from the same cloth as you. Okay, so you've invested with your powerful instincts in your own joy. Okay, and you've used the honor here. I feel like you've already broken out of something, or this is something you're currently going through. But soon enough, I feel like, you know, you're going to be rolling these dice, right? You're going to be making new moves from a powerful positioning by knowing thyself, knowing in thy immortality, and knowing in your divine nature. It's taking you all the way. For some reason, they're mentioning banks. So I don't know, they're saying you can take this all the way to the bank. It's a sure thing. It's certain that this beautiful pathway is being laid out before you, because the universe loves a good bit of honor and devotion. Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups here. So this could be an offer coming in for you, okay? But it also represents the movement of the heart energy, and your heart taking you to victory. Let's get another one for this Eight of Cups. Something's got to go here. You're moving away from something. This is you shifting timelines to a new and beautiful timeline. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Swords here. Let's get one more. It's almost like you're replacing connections that had no real emotion or understanding, and you're choosing the heart. You're choosing to flow with the river of the heart all the way home here. Yeah, Ace of Swords here, standing in your truth, keeping your crown on. Something about this could mean something to you. What is that? Is that stained glass? There's something about stained glass. They're saying look out for stained glass all around you. We've got the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So maybe you were dealing with people who just wanted to win, or wanted to be right, or wanted you to agree with their worldview no matter what, right? But you know, we're all individuals. We're all on an individual spiritual pathway. So I feel like you could have even broken out of feeling like you're part of society. Maybe now you realize you're more of an underground, occult, beautiful creature, right? There's something about you realizing where you belong, realizing where you will find your joy, and realizing that you can trust the compass of your own heart. There we go, the soulmate bonus here. So this is beautiful with the Six of Hearts, Six of Cups. You're being pulled along, my darling, by that heart energy. It's gorgeous confirmation here from these cards. What else do we need to know? Yeah, they love your honor. They're saying stand in your honor, stand in your honor. We've got the Ten of Swords with truth revealed. So I feel like you were dealing with people who didn't really have your back. You know, maybe it was all surface, maybe, you know, a lot of stuff is surface with humans, isn't it? But you're going towards comfort. You're going towards people. You don't even need to get your words right. You don't even need to worry about how you come across, because these are the people who are going to feel your energy, okay? Their magnetic field and your magnetic field, you're going to blend into like one. And that's, oh, they're tingling me. That's what that energy is, okay? As you move away from situations that weren't serving you, that's that spiritual energy that's sticking to you. It's anyone ever dealt with that iron-on fabric where you can iron something on and it'll stick to another piece of fabric? It's kind of like that here. The further away you get from energies that weren't loyal to you or didn't attempt to even understand you, the more you are being ingratiated into your soul group. So they're saying expect emotion to be pouring through you. You could find yourself crying at random things and not even know why you're crying, right? It's because you're feeling this gorgeous, beautiful energy of your soul group. And they're saying, you know, this pathway here with this Ten of Spades, Ten of Swords, it was always supposed to end, and it was always supposed to be the jump off point for you to go and find your joy, okay? So bless them, bless them. We've got group admiration, positive energy flow. So this is the Three of Diamonds, Three of Pentacles. you're being pulled energetically into a group of people. And like I say, they're going to be sending you energy. These are people connected to your higher self in the non-physical. So the energy is going to happen for you emotionally and non-physically and psychically before it manifests with an offer in your physical reality. So do expect to feel emotional and do expect to feel loved, all right? Because you're being pulled into the group that you belong in the non-physical, right? So your emotions are going to be shifting here. Your chakras are going to be shifting to connect with these people, with this beautiful spiritual family, and then they're going to appear in the physical, all right? But there is this energy of cutting things off and letting things go with a clear viewpoint, not allowing yourself to be emotional about the past, because you've got far too much emotion flowing in from the future, if that makes sense. Yeah, we've got the Jack of Hearts with a sweetheart offer to line up with our Knight of Cups here. And this one, again, I had this in my last reading, flowing with the dream, syncing up. So you're syncing up with teammates, you're syncing up with your proper timeline here, and you're syncing up with your true high priestess power. Okay, so your intuition is leading the way here, your psychic gifts are leading the way, and this is beautiful. They're not letting you go. Whoever these soulmates are, whoever this soul group is, they're not letting you go, and their energy is wrapping all around you in the non-physical, in a beautiful way, a beautiful accepting way. So this is confirmation for somebody that you made the right choice by following your own honor and by taking that risk and for going for the joy here. It's so beautiful. Let's pull an animal shaman card before we close up. What does my viewer need to know? What does my viewer need to know? Starfish energy here. Okay, so it's funny the way a starfish can cling onto something. That's the kind of energy they were giving me, with something sticking onto you beautifully, right? So that's just confirmation that, even if you feel like you don't have much physical, regular support in your regular life, you are all the support you need. This psychic gift you have, this connection you have, it's giving you security, right? It's giving you this feeling of belonging somewhere that might not make sense to your logical mind, but it makes sense to your heart. Okay, so this is beautiful. I hope this has helped somebody. Lots of love, my darlings. You go and be powerful, beautiful, powerful cherubim. Mwah, mwah, mwah.